Yeah, it's been a while. I want to explain myself. I haven't been streaming for a while. There's a very good reason for it, and I'll come to that reason in just a very short moment. But I just want to say that thanks for those who still stick with me, and I'm really very sorry for those that I was not able to go and provide like um, occasional streams. I don't think my streams really make an impact on everybody, but if those who really do wait on my videos, I really sorry that I did not spend enough time to do it. I'm also hoping that I'm able to go and do a proper stream right now because I changed the location. Just so you know, I'm actually trying to bear with the heat right now. It's not the the heat wave is in Singapore. It came all the way from Philippines area, and then now it's like here. Although it's like gonna be like in the December periods, but for some reason it's really very hot and stuffy. I think there's a correct term, stuffy, and I'm perspiring. There's not much cooling agents here. I mean, there's only a small fan facing me on my left. Uh, I'm not gonna complain. I think the sweating really does good for my you know losing weight. Okay, so but moving forward, I changed my location. I'm trying to get like some other things to upgrade my area. I'm gonna get like a I'm trying out this new mouse, getting a new keyboard. Hopefully I'll get a new laptop at some point, saving up money for that, but that's not. I'm just hoping to get, somewhere I can do like a proper gameplay and stream at the same time so that you guys will be able to enjoy what I've been going to pull up for months ahead. And speaking of which, months ahead is a bit of a long stretch. I really have no idea whether I'll be able to do that. But coming back to the point where, oh yeah, why am I not around having a stream? It's very simple. I got COVID. The pause is just mainly me having to think of what to explain further of why I got COVID. Well, I don't know. I got COVID for no for many reasons. I mean, people around are just spreading without realizing. Right, there isn't really a system to enforce whether you should or should not be tracked down if you have COVID. If you have COVID in Singapore, the easiest way is just to keep yourself like quarantined at home, and after 7 days, because of work related for work related politics, they will you're expedited, or at least the process is being expedited where you can actually leave after 7 days, you see. And whether you're going to get positive or negative on your ART test, it doesn't really matter. You can actually just leave. So those people who actually still like get 7 days and is still positive, to be frank, although they do say that have a very small chance of passing to anybody who is fully vaccinated, the truth is that you probably have the ability to still infect anybody if the opportunity really arises. You're gonna be like hanging around with some of your friends very closely, even though it's gonna be fully vaccinated, and you have the chance, even you still infectious, you still are going to be able to infect someone else. And if you those people who are still recovering after 7 days, um, they'll be coughing, they'll be like grunting and stuff like that. You see this very common, and don't tell me that don't tell me that you won't have a chance of infecting anybody else if you're gonna be doing that, right? So the only purpose about the 7 days is really just to expedite some sort of workplace. I'm not complaining, it's just as how it is. But that's very high chance of me having to get COVID. One other thing is that because they don't enforce the point of view, they give the responsibility to the users, right? That would exercise quarantine purposes, but if you don't see them doing it, then there's a very high chance, right, that they would not that they would have COVID, but they will go out to go and get food, knowing that they are not supposed to. But they could do it. That's my point. The possibility of them being able to do it is there. And when that happens, it's no surprise, right, that some people, and including myself, will be able to get it. I just do not know who. It doesn't matter anyway. I got it for 7 days. I still saw myself positive. I was really worried about passing the people around me, so that's why I still kept myself back in my room up to about 10 days. Um, I think it got really good. About I think on the 10th day or on the 11th day, it became negative, and then I started going out properly and I started to exercise and everything. I wanted to test whether my immune system and whether a lot of people say that when after you get COVID, you don't feel so well. So I didn't want to go into that stage where I would you get too tired and stuff like that. I just wanted to push myself to a point where I would be able to get back on stage, open stage, get back on stage and get myself moving forward. Yeah, I didn't want to be stuck at some place knowing that I wouldn't be able to move forward, and I'll be like, oh yeah, I'm sick, I'm sick, I'm sick. No, 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 no. I'm not gonna be that. I will try to move forward. So that's my point. I mean, that's my reason for why I'm away. But also the second part why you also know that I actually play Apex more quite extensively, Monster Hunter as well, and some of the games that I actually do venture into it. But it's just that I haven't had the heart to play Apex Legends. It feels as if like Apex has I've gone numb. I think many pro players. I'm not claiming I'm a pro player, but many players, and inclusive of pro players, would have played the game to a stage where they felt that they need a break, and this is the break. It's not a hiatus, it's just a break. The break inclusive of me having to have COVID and me like being bored and trying to find something else to play, and I haven't gotten anything that I was interested to play at the moment. I'm still trying to look at it. I have spent quite a bit of money, of resources to go and get games on Switch and on Steam, but apparently I haven't been playing them extensively as well. I do not know. It just feels as if like when you feel like, oh, I can spend time, or I can spend some effort trying to play it and maybe try and do another stream out of it. But once you get onto the game, you press start, you just load the game, and then it feels like, oh yeah, I don't want to get into the game right now. I want to spend my time having to watch videos. I would probably want to spend my time looking at my Twitch videos. You want to spend time looking at YouTube videos. You probably spend some time. And recently I've been spending time like doing some Instagram stories. I know it's crazy. I don't really know the mechanism. As I'm really an amateur, streamer. I'm not a content creator. Just so you know, I cannot do crap for a content creator. I suck at it. I don't have a team. I don't have good editing skills. I'm really on an amateur level, so I'm not gonna be able to go and do a lot of things. I'm gonna put a lot more raw videos out there, and you want to clip it, you want to help me clip it, you want to help me publish it, please do so. But please, any bad sides of me, please don't put it. I'm just gonna spend some time having to go and explain myself, and also to tell you that there'll be probably some more occasions of me having to go and stream. I'll try my best. I'm gonna be something like what Ragtag might do on a weekly basis, but maybe less than of a weekly basis. I'm not gonna be so active as much as previously. I think I got more things that I should be focusing on, jobs especially, and of course during the end of the year is going to come, and there's a lot more holidays going around. We should spend more time with our families. We should spend more time trying to relax, rejuvenate ourselves, And of course, when because of the borders, opening up, I guess that's where we spend our time and spend our chance to venture outside. Yeah. I'm also hoping, crossing both fingers, that I won't encounter a lot of problems. I'll try my best to to make some to create some videos. I mean, to record some videos for my Instagram. If you happen to know, you can also Twitch. I'm not really so much of a Twitch person. I have a Twitch account, but I only write simple stuff. Probably publish like notifications of me having to go and do a Twitch video, and that's about it. YouTube, no, I don't really. To be frank, I think using YouTube as a means to do live videos, I think is good, especially on your go. Twitch is as well, but I don't have that tendency to do it. I think I don't want to spend the time to do it. Sorry. Um, but I'll try to make some simple Instagram captures if I have the chance, and if you can find me. Um, Maybe I'll leave my Instagram, you know, um, details in the description later on. I haven't decided whether I should publish publish my social media details. I'm sure if you happen to try and look me up, you'll be able to look me up. But I'm not here to publicize myself. I don't think I'll be able to go to a point where I'll be able to get any monetary values. And not gonna go there. No, I'm not gonna be as good as Markiplier. He's really like he's like really somebody I look up to. Uh, he's really inspirational, and his content is not. I do not know whether I would consider it as the best, but the way that he projects himself, he has every time he puts himself in the on stage, right? When he starts the recording, there will be bloopers, and that's why he has a team to go and help him like edit and everything. But he knows what to say. I can never spend and a good time, a good amount of effort, right, to say the right things at the right time, and I won't be able to go and say good things, happy things, laughable things, uh, and scream my head off, at some point, just to make you guys enjoy the content that is there. And content creators require some sort of content to say. I mean, it's obvious, right? But there must be some sort of um, direction where the content creators want to do, and that's something I don't have at the moment. I think if you really want to do it, you must really have a very creative idea from the start. You need to do it from young. You need to try many things, explore many avenues, try many technology. Don't just restrict yourself to one social media. Explore, and the best is to go and fix on one or two of the things, and then you expand your social media accounts at some point. So what I mean is, like, maybe you just in my experience, what I did was to work on first a little bit of FB and maybe YouTube, and venture with Twitch a little bit here and there, and then at some point I work on Instagram. I think I worked on Twitch first, so Twitter, sorry. So I worked on Twitter first, published the stuff, and then I realized that okay, maybe I should just try and capture those for memory. So I put it in FB, and then subsequently I started putting more stuff on Instagram, and I there are many other things that I also tried. But there's still so many social medias out there, even TikTok. And TikTok is like one of the quite I wouldn't say very influential. I think it is. I cannot justify it because I'm not really a Twitch. Sorry, I'm not a TikTok like expert here. So, but the point is that a lot of people actually do watch TikTok, even Vines, right? If you happen to remember Vines. And I tried a few things in TikTok as well. I kind of upload some of um, my Apex clips. I did. It's kind of hard. They only have so many minutes, And every time if you watch my previous videos, right, you'll be able to see someone in the description where my TikTok is, and you'll be able to go and see some of the highlights over there. I find it a little bit entertaining that I'll be able to go and watch it on the mobile phone and see some interesting highlights. It's just those things that I find it interesting to go and put on. But at the same time, it's like, it cannot just be Apex, right? There has to be so many other things, and I don't know whether is it right. Like, I do not know whether I have the energy to um, like just play Apex and do so many other captures at the same time. Many of the TikTok stuff is like, you capturing yourself and you trying, not making a fool of yourself, but you're trying to make a very funny content. And I have to admit, some of the creators there are really good. So they actually make like mini series of some sort of themselves and with their team. At in some point, maybe they got like sponsored by their by a company or whatever, so then they have to go and feature some of the things, right? And they try to incorporate it. But this takes a lot of work, right? You need to go and you need to take videos, you need to capture, you need to edit, you need to remember your scripts, you need to do this on a very regular basis. And if you don't do it, then a lot of people will not view it, and then you don't get, blah blah blah, etc etc. I do not know whether you actually do get monetary values in TikTok. Somebody could actually let me know. I don't know. But if you do, I really believe that a lot of the social medias these days are more monetary oriented. So there will be like places. There will always be an option for you to go and get money at some point, or votes, whatever. I don't know. I think OnlyFans are like one of the more common ones that we know, right? Yeah, that would. But me going for, but not everybody can go into over OnlyFans. If you ask me, what I mean is that everybody can go into to OnlyFans, but only a few of them can get out more from OnlyFans. I mean, you guys, you definitely know who I'm talking about, or at least those category of people that who I'm talking about. Me, not much. I'm not gonna spend my effort trying to chase an OnlyFans, for example. I got no credibility. Even Markiplier, who is a very influential person, did not commit himself to. I'm gonna say I'm inferring. Okay, I'm not saying that he did. I'm just saying that he didn't. It didn't seem like he was actually looking into OnlyFans. Only just recently that he gave some conditions before he asked his fans, if you want me to do an OnlyFans, right? Then you had to go and fulfill certain conditions. Okay, but before that he wouldn't have like openly done it. And I think that generally he decided he had to do it at some point because he needed to orientate his content. He needs to create more content, and then that's the only thing. And as I said, it's always very entertaining where he's going with. He has many he has many like publications, not only just YouTube on his channel. There's also like Distractables, his podcasts, and his mini series. He has two mini video movies, and I would consider those like mini videos slash movies series that I watch, that you can watch it on YouTube. You can actually go to his channel and then you can actually watch it. And that's really entertaining, and that's why I kind of looked up to him. It's somebody I felt really fun that I could, if I got a chance to go work with him, but I probably won't be able to. I'm really pretty much grounded at where I am right now, and even if I manage to go into America, I won't be able to go to work with him at some point, because it wouldn't be fair to him to work with anybody who doesn't really have any particular credentials. It's not that he would mind working with anybody without credentials. It's just that it wouldn't benefit him at some point. It would be unfair to him. Even if you ask me to work with him, unless I really can contribute a lot to his cause, I probably would not feel comfortable working with him. I would like to meet him as a friend, as maybe a stranger who likes to know about him, talk to him a while, have like coffee with him, a drink. I think that's about that. But yeah, moving on. You know, right now, what am I trying to do? I don't know. I'm just gonna spend more time having to talk in in this stream right now. I'm not gonna do it much of playing. I have downloaded like Momodora. If you happen to know this game, it's in Steam. It's also in Switch, but I decided to get it in Steam for 75 megabytes, I think. And it costs for a few dollars. I do not know whether is it really good or really worth it, but it's kind of a very nice polish to the game. It's really quite nice to play it. It's just that if you play Castlevania games, if you play Mega Man games, you know how painful it is when you actually kind of get killed very easily. It's not a Dark Souls kind of game. It's I mean if you play the game you kind of understand what I'm saying. So I kind of enjoy it. It's just that I don't know how to spend time to commit to it. Every time you feel that you want to play it, you probably want to spend a very hefty amount of time to play it. But no, I think right now I just want to get myself into the groove where I get I'm stationed here, getting a new area, back into my new area. I've been going in and out of this room many times. I always tried sitting in this room and tried um, like having fun in this position, but apparently I didn't manage to stay too long. I'm really hoping that this time round we'll be able to spend more time playing in this place, you know, because it's the only place with a good gaming chair. Height of the desk is, I guess, okay, I suppose. I just need like the motivation to play it. That's my point. The only thing I couldn't do is to play Switch. I haven't thought of it. I don't have a monitor, just so you know. This is like just my laptop. I haven't decided whether should I commit to a desktop and then have a monitor, and I could just, you know, use an adapter to go and put in my Switch and then dock it there and play it, right? But then it's just that the setup will be really terrible. Not to mention that if I were to play Switch, right, then I have the whole setup would be like, oh, I have to bring my laptop out, plug it to my Switch, um, have it, you know, have a video capture, and I have to go and like publish in Twitch, right? So there's a lot more things going around. I haven't decided how it should be. Maybe I wouldn't focus on Switch things, but the irony is that, you know, if I want to play Monster Hunter Rise slash Sunbreak, it would be nicer to be playing and capturing at the same time. If I play on my Switch, I would have a problem trying to go and you know, get it captured. I have to bring my laptop out and blah blah blah, etc. There's a lot of things to be doing. More to the fact that, you know, it will only be capturing like a 720p, and it's gonna be like 30 frames per second. But if I decide to get Sunbreak and Rise at the same time in Steam, then I'll be capturing at like about 60 frames per second. But I have to play all over again, and I do spend a hefty amount of time in MHR for a very long time right now. Not as much as many other people, but I have done it for myself. I couldn't remember what HR level I am right now. I bought Sunbreak, but I have not like stepped into the game at all right now. It didn't feel right that if I were to just go in and take a peek, it feels as if like I really need to go in and commit myself to playing the game, and then after that I'll be able to feel happy playing the game. But it's just that there's so many things going on right now. I need to save up money, but at the same time I'm also so tempted to get so many things. It's very hard to fathom the idea that, you know, having to go and save up the money. You just keep on spending, right? So um, what I'm I probably would spend more time having to go and do Switch gameplays rather than having to do um, I'm sorry, I'm just looking at my phone right now. I would prefer to kind of do more of Steam plays because the capturing will be much easier. It's gonna be absolutely I got about 60 frames per second at 1080. 1080p would not be like the best graphics. I'm sorry, I don't have a very good laptop. It's only a GTX 1050, 4 GB. I think after upgrading the firmware, but previously it was not. It doesn't feel like as if like you're gonna get a. It doesn't really feel like it is a 4 GB itself. I'm really thinking whether should I. And you also know, right? Like RTX has really upgraded itself to like what 4000 series, and now the common um, graphic cards for gaming laptops is gonna be like the 3000 series. I do not know whether is it worth getting um, just only a 4 GB 3060. Oh sorry, a 3050. Sorry, 3050 4 GB. I don't know whether is it gonna be much better. I think it will. Definitely will be. What I meant is that 4 GB of rendering and then capturing. Would it kind of what's the term called? It's able to render better, but would it be able to capture and hold the graphics in sufficient to be loaded onto the laptop efficiently? I think that's the thing I was trying to say. It's still 4 GB, right? You'll still be able to render much faster because of the 10, because of like 3050 as compared to like 1050, right? The rendering process is much faster, but it still holds, right? When you're playing the game, it still holds it inside the GPU, still holds it in the RAM, and if those two components, right, all three components, inclusive the processor and also the everything else, if they don't come together, right, then you will not be able to process much faster than like a desktop, for example. I'm sure a desktop with a 1050 or even a 2000 series is able to run a little bit more efficient than a laptop with a 3000 series at some point. Maybe so. It's about stability wise. Laptops tend to heat up really very fast. Desktop too, but the cooling factor is really taken into account for desktops because you know they have more fans. They can put more fans, for example, and they have a bigger atrium. Laptops are more compressed. Yeah, so I haven't really thought about it. It would be good if you ask me if I could get a new laptop. More to the fact that also that this room is oriented in a way. The building is kind of creepy, kind of crappy. I mean, so it's in the afternoon, right? The sun will kind of shine in, and if and in most cases, if you're out, you probably want to close the windows, and if you keep it like that, right? And if it's sunny, it's gonna be like an incubator. So whatever is inside, right, has kind of get so heated up, especially the ones closest to the windows, right? I mean, of course, the whole room will be heated up, huh? But the ones in like closest to the windows, they get the first impact, right? And evidently, right, there's actually some of the things that do like crumble or melted or like they like ones with like glue stickers, they get like sticky, they they get become gooey and stuff like that. So and then I'm like rubber stuff, right, melted. Of course, it's not gonna be as hot as in America, but it still melts. And it's terrible because if I were to put my stuff here and it melts, then how am I supposed to be confident that my processor rather not just the processor, my rig, right, would be able to sustain for a long period of time. I don't know. For all I know, it might last only for a month. So I'm hoping that I could think of a solution to this. I probably will still stay in this area. I can't. There's no other way. Unless I wanna. Oh yeah, just so you know, the only other reason why I'm also here, sitting in this position, is because I have a back problem. So I was kind of diagnosed with mini scoliosis. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't know whether is it considered diagnosed because they are not chiropractors are not doctors. I didn't know until someone actually pointed out to me. So they're not officially doctors as per se. They have like a certificate or maybe up to a PhD on studying like spines and bones, but yeah, they're not full medical doctors, you see. So that's why at there are many policies that actually do go against their practices. For example, insurance that don't really cover like chiropractors as compared to like medical doctors, etc. This is what I observe. Okay, it's not like something that is really hard fixed there. Okay, you have to go look into your insurance plans and everything. That's not the point. That's not my point. Okay, my point is that I was diagnosed by the chiropractor that I have too many like scoliosis, and then I have to readjust them. And I have like this problem in my spine over here, my cervical, this part of the spine. My point. That's my point, and I need to readjust it back. Okay. Um. So by sitting this in this on this chair, or is sitting right up here rather than having to sit on a stool with a footrest on, especially with a footrest right here right now. I have a footrest right below me. It's really much more helpful for me on, well, at least to the chiropractor's point of view. It will be better for me to be doing this rather than having to be sitting on a stool. And I agree with him. I agree with him because sitting on a stool for so long does things to your back. Not You may not be able to see it, but you will feel it. And this has gone like for a while already, and yeah, I decided like okay, I was very skeptical of having to go and see a chiropractor, but I decided to go and see, and then that's what I did. I went to see the chiropractor. I had the hardest decision to go and to commit to their practices, and I did it. I'm still in the midst of doing it. I really hope it would help me, but at the end of the day, I just want to get a bit better. I'm also worried about this pain that is on my arm here. I think I got it from doing like expedited push-ups. To me, expedited push-ups is when you doing an incline push-up, right? So you're not like fully doing a push-up, but you're doing on a wall or maybe on a slightly lower, like a slightly higher pivot wall basically. So you're not like flat on the ground. So it should be less strenuous, but even with that, I think I got hurt on this area over here. I do not know how I got it, but I got it at some point, and it's really terrible. Even up to now, I think it's about 3 months already, and I haven't decided what I should do with it. It got better. It got really much better than the first time I got it, but it still feels pain over here when I try to massage it or try to press against it. So one thing's for sure, that some sort of like a muscular tendon part where it's the, the muscles here that are being joined to the bones, it's strained to some degree. If I were to do, for example, vigorous exercises like this, I flick my hand. If I do it, it's painful, and if I do it too much, it will start to heat up. And it, to me, if I'm not wrong, when your muscle, when the area where the muscular area starts to heat up, it's usually a sign of like slight inflammation or at least overstrain, and that's I think that's what it is. I guess going into the TCM will be able to help me to go and relieve the pain and maybe help me recover, but I'm still deciding. So yep, scoliosis, sorry, and I'm here sitting on this place. I was very hesitant, as I mentioned to you. If you're actually here looking at my cupboard like in front of me, there's this like not really a cupboard. It's more like a plain plank of wood fixed to the wall. It has all my games and my figurines, but they are all in a mess because I don't have a place to feature them. I would like to feature them. I really have no place to do it. I don't have a display cabinet. If that's the question, no, I don't. I have no place. There's no place to put it. I'm already squeezing in this. I'm already squeezing in a place like this. I'm not complaining how the house, like the house is comparably smaller than older generations of flats, but I'm not complaining being here. I'm actually relatively comfortable being here already. I got used to it basically, but it's just that if I could change some of the things here, it would be nice. Some things I also plan that it could be done in a way then we don't have to readjust it again. Would be nice, but it's okay, fine, no worries. I'm, I'm fine. I mean, you're gonna be you're gonna be going to work most of the time of the day, and you're gonna be like at home doing not so much playing anyway. So what's the point, right? It's okay. I think it's fine. Well, one thing is for sure I really like about this place, like this place where I'm sitting right now, is that when to you can't see, okay, but on my right, uh, there's a very nice view of a distance, and if it's really not much of a very nice view. It's just that you get to see far, and I get to see like the train, like the MRT, the mass rapid train transit, sorry, and I'll be able to see like like the factories on far end. Sometimes in Singapore there's this place called Jurong, right? Jurong West, and that's usually where the at the further end of it there will be like places where Tuas is. There'll be like the factories and they have to burn certain fuels or cocoa, blah blah, etc. But the point is that when they are burning, right, you'll be able to see like a very nice flame being lit up. It's almost like a candle being lit up at some point, and you'll be like, oh yeah, we have some light, like natural light over there right now. Not that it's good that they are actually burning fuel, but my point is that at least you get some sort of a spectacle at some point. You get to see. But when it rains here, it really pours. It's like, to give you an context to it. Yesterday, it rained so wild, so heavy. On the night, it was just like it just came as like maybe about half an hour or so, and everything on my balcony just went like that. And everything is on the floor. Clothes that were being lined up on the floor. Bicycles that were on bicycles with the covers. The covers are gone. And the portable iron, those steam irons, on the floor. Yeah, it's like it's so heavy, it's so strong. The winds are so strong that it just blew everything down. And from far you'll be able to hear like things like clanking, clinking, like because of the other houses, the neighbors, all their things are on the balcony or in the balcony. They cannot cover it. Yeah. But but the calm after the storm can be very peaceful as well. So there are many occasions where the rain comes really heavy, and then after that there is a lot of peace and quiet. Everybody, it feels really the tranquility of and the smell of the after rain is is it's pretty much rejuvenating. It's like you just sit down there and you can just like have a cup of coffee. It looks far. Yeah, it's cool. It's cooling. It's wet everywhere, but you know it's cooling. You just sit on your balcony, look far. You know, can read a book in the night. I mean, with a small light, and it's fine. Speaking of which, reading books. Yeah, I'm supposed to read books. I borrow every time when I go to the library. I borrow some books because they seem really interesting. But in the end, I never really watched them. I never really read them. I decided that no, it's just that you want to read, but you don't have the mood to read. It's just like writing. It's just like writing to me. If I don't have the mood to write, I can't write. I need to sit down. I need to have a peace of mind. I need to have ideas, and then I'll start writing. If I want to read, I must have like a motivation to read, and I must have a like I'll tell myself I must have a purpose to read. This is my purpose right now. I want to know this book, and I start reading. Right? Yeah. I To be honest, I actually borrowed like if you happen to know To Kill the Mockingbird, there's actually a second part of it, where what's her name? Louis? Yeah, Louis Finch actually grew up. I think she's about 20 plus years old. She went to New York and then she came back, and I think she got married to Dale, if I'm not wrong. And she faced the same set of discrimination in the later part of the years of in America. Previously, there were a lot more black slavery in the earlier parts of the book, right? So the first book was describing about slavery, black slavery, and then how the people view. Even though the slavery is not so much over there, like in the more recent years, there's a bit more of power, law and order against slavery at some point, but there's still some, and there are people who think lowly of the Negroes, but some of them really do think that they are all. But there are people who believe in the Negroes, and they think that they are all the same, right? Yeah. Because it's America, and I think it also falls for any part of the world. Okay, so the point is that yeah, so that was the hurdle in the book, and Atticus, which is like Louis's father, right, tried to defend a Negro. So there was a lot more implications on that part. And then after that, the second book, which was not really it wasn't really known to me until I started reading the synopsis and everything. I realized that actually there's this book called, I couldn't remember, something Watchmen or something, Looking for Watchmen. And like Louis Finch, right, was actually she already grew up. She went to I think she went to New York, and then she did something, and then she come back, and then she faces a few more things, which she tries to it's like she can never run away from this set of discriminations, and she kind of recall back of her father and stuff like that. I believe so. I haven't read the book, to be fair. I only read a few parts of the foreword and stuff like that. So moving forward, when am I going to read it? I don't know. I've never decided when I should read it. It's so I kept borrowing, like in Singapore, right? There's this app you can actually there's the library app, right? And the library app allows you to borrow virtual books of the from the library, and that's what I did. Very occasionally. Very occasionally. That's kind of wrong, right? I did it occasionally, right? I borrowed many books, and some of them I read it. Although my phone is really small, I try to read them. But you know, I kept borrowing uh, the you know the To Kill a Mockingbird's second book, as I was saying, right? But I never come to the point where I'll read it. I think I borrowed like about more than 5 times already, and I have never, and it lasted about 21 days on my app, right? Before you have to return it, right? And I have never touched it yet. I'm not sure when I'll be able to touch it. We'll see how it goes. Not to mention that, if I were to spend time reading and in your life, right, you only got so much time, and you would probably want to spend a significant amount of time on what you want to do. And of course, there are some parts where I think it's best that you actually do commit some time. The things that I don't like to do is like really reading, right? But at some point, I felt that at some point in your life, you really need to spend a bit of time to commit to the reading, even if it's like a library book or like a novel, whichever the thing is. It's just for educational wise. You can read online stuff, of course, more trust, like more newsworthy stuff online. And there are so many contents, right? There's so many things in the world that you can actually read, but you need to spend time reading. That's my point. And it feels like when you do it, then I do not know whether there'll be a lot more time for me to go and do streaming. And so the streaming part, I really have to emphasize, streaming is just for me to first and foremost to keep as a memory. Like in 30 years down the I don't know, maybe the 25, 30 years down the road, I'll be able to come back and say, oh yeah, this is me, I'm being a fool of myself. And maybe I'll be cursing myself, saying that why didn't I did this in Apex, and why didn't I did that. But at the same time, if it really helps people to enjoy the content that I put out, it'll be good. I really do hope that I'll be able to, even within my group of people or friends in Facebook, if they enjoy what I do, um, yeah, so be it. Yeah, I wouldn't mind. As long as they enjoy themselves, they understand what I'm doing. If they are able to go and comment or give me ideas or what I can do, I think that's fine enough. I'm not here. I'm not, as I said, I'm not a content creator. I'm not here to create content for anybody because I don't know how to do it. I know nuts about it. It'll be nice to work with somebody who needs to do like content creating. For example, if I mean, you guys probably would may or may not know NOC, like Night Owl Cinematics. If previously there wasn't any problem with it, and if they happen to need some like new recruiters or rather need some sort of like calafare, I don't mind like running for once in a while, just being some sort of random guy in their videos. I don't know. Probably won't be able to do that. There were times when I actually, speaking of like being in videos, um, yeah, I always thought of doing videos as well. I always spent a lot of time being in videos, like making videos when I was younger. They were just random videos, right? And I tried doing like small projects on it because I was like in the orientation camp. People like my then director was as director as in the orientation group's director. We call them directors, but they're, I mean, let's just say our leader. Okay, so they need to make videos for the orientation camps, and I tried. Uh, I think to me I was a bit too. There wasn't any sort of objective. It turned out okay, but it wasn't the best. And looking back, right, I really felt that I could have been a bit more objective in terms of video capturing. I just only have a very small video cam. I didn't know styles and stuff like that. I didn't know proper transition. I was using like Premiere Pro to do the editings, but there were many other ways you could actually expedite transitions or video capturing motions without having to use Premiere Pro's expertise. Yeah, it's just that I didn't have the training. It was just more of me having to come up with the content and stuff like that. But it wasn't some sort like, oh yeah, people would fully enjoy it. I mean, it was just mainly for memory purposes. And I guess almost everybody was like, okay, yeah, fine. I just only here I'm just here for the photos. I don't really care about the videos and stuff like that. Um, But moving forward, I was actually very into um, like photography at some point, and video capturing and video editing at some point. I didn't. I also wanted to do animation, for example, like previously was what it was Flash. Yes, previously when Flash was really really popular, I wanted to do Flash, but I couldn't draw. I couldn't draw for crap. And I think they need sprites. You need to make sprites in order to do the animation and stuff like that. And even right now, you also probably need to do even for. It's just that now the programs are really much more expedited and it's really very great, but really very good. But I still do not know how to do it. I probably would understand when somebody is explaining to me, but I never really had the time and had the mentality to go and practice it. So video capturing or video editing was more of me having to practice for and practice on the editing for many times, and I was very comfortable with it, and that's why I was like really hoping I'll be able to go and like try it more extensively at some point. And because when you do like video capturing, video editing, sketches and stuff like that. Oh, I did quite a bit of sketching, like small mini sketches when I was in primary school, in secondary schools, in plays as mini plays, basically. Yeah, but not much right now. I think I didn't fully understand the concept of it. So me having to do content creating is really out the question as per se. I would like to work with somebody and contribute my not so good acting skills, or at least be like a calefare, or maybe I don't know, help at some point, but I won't be able to go and be a content creator. So at some point I also decided that I wanted to try and be a DJ, because I don't know, I felt like talking was, at least talking to yourself, talking to a mic might be a bit easier, and you don't have to use webcams. And like many years ago, right, the radio don't have video cams right there. You don't have to stream, like you don't have to video capture yourself in a stream while you do your work, right? You just speak to the mic, talk to your partner, talk to audience, and then you do, of course there are many more work to be done, like controlling the volumes and everything, and transition and stuff like that. These are all like expertise, and I don't know crap about it. Learning, probably I could spend time doing it, but no, I wasn't able to do it. At some point I really would like to talk to some of the the radio DJs. It would be nice. It would sound quite interesting having to give like to have in the same room talking to them and talking nonsense. For example, like talking to the Martins, and then not the Martins actually belong. They are actually Justin Ang and Vernon A. From class. Sorry, not class 95. Yes, from class 95. Sorry. Previously they were from 987, 98.7 FM. Yeah, sorry. Now they are in class 95 in the morning. I couldn't remember morning, but in the Martins or something like that. Okay, moving forward. I'm really digressing. Sorry. So the point is that I actually thought of having to become a DJ, but I realized that there's actually a lot more to being a DJ. There will be like courses, and even if you want to try and apply for it, there's actually a lot of things that they are looking for as compared to being a DJ. Being a DJ, speaking well, being able to speak well, know what to say, and not fumbling whenever you're speaking is actually part of the expertise. That's only a part of it. More to the other part is like planning, like doing other things other than just being a DJ. Outside of DJ work, you're supposed to be like doing other projects as well. They will assign you to do, for example, like advertisements. You'll be doing other talks. You'll be involved in being an MC, etc., etc. So actually, there's a lot more than just sitting down there. Okay, in the morning you give a talk for about 4 hours, 6 hours. I couldn't remember. 5. Yeah, it's about 6 hours, and then after you're done for the day. No, it doesn't work that way. Yeah, and that came kind of sank in a while later. Yeah, it was really something that I wasn't very aware of. So well, DJing is something I probably won't be an expert in, but it would be nice to be called into the radio station and be able to talk with the DJs, talk about anything, not about anything under the sun. Yeah, but the only reason why you'll be there is probably because you're famous, or you hold a certain important role, and that would never happen for me, I suppose. I don't think it will happen in uh my lifetime. I mean, generally, I'm not upset with it. I'm just saying that it would be nice, right? There are many things in this world you also probably would think about wanting to do, and I also have the same feeling, but probably won't be able to execute it at some point. Um, but yeah, it's fine. Oh, it's about an hour already. It's like 55 minutes of talking to myself. Just so you know, nobody's like I actually intended to have a text box right on my right, hoping that somebody might come in and start typing, and I'll be able to go and respond, but there isn't anybody. And the background is simply, I just didn't like a black background, so I just decided to put Windows screensaver um, wallpaper there. Wallpaper screensaver. Well, I didn't have any music because I didn't want to go get into any conflict of whether I can put or not put into the video. There would be like copyright stuff. I don't know. Oh yeah, I think one of the other things about being a content creator, or at least a video editor, is about copyrights, and it's like one of the biggest things I have a pet peeve with. It's I understand the necessity to preserve the authenticity of the music. It's just it becomes so inaccessible, especially for maybe an amateur video editor like me. For example, you just want to do a very simple video, you want to put in some background music, that's it. Even for a stream like now, you just want to put in some random video, like some random songs. Even for example, if I'm going to put like a very low volume like radio playing on the background, it probably might infringe some copyright, because like, oh yeah, this is actually playing this song, for example, it's not allowed, you need to get like permission, blah blah, etc. So it's kind of like I don't know. So I'd rather not play any videos right here, but it can be quite boring, like, having to hear me for 1 hour talking about nothing but randomness. You know, for the sake of proving that there's a video box here, I am going to put this. No, wait. Yeah, I probably put this. Come on. There you go. Oh yeah, speaking of which, right, I noticed that my in-game name it's I've been using for a very long time already, and actually I think you guys actually are quite interested to know where I got this from. To be frank, I started using this in-game name, I think somewhere in secondary school. It was really random. I wasn't sure. Yeah, I think I remember now. I think it was like secondary 2 or something like that. That's about 14 years old. And I wasn't sure what in-game name I should be using. Um it wasn't something that I knew what to use. Like all the content creators right now, or even some of the public, you see them using like names, very interesting names, but then like for me, I wasn't really good at many things. Okay, the few things that I'm not very good at is name name calling. I really do not name, like giving names. I do not know how to make names. I really suck at it. I do not know how to Oh my god, I got mental block. I don't know how to do names. Oh no, I got mental block. I seriously got a mental block. Oh god, oh god, oh no. Well, okay, sorry. If I think about it, I'll let you know. But most one of them, oh yeah, I cannot buy presents. Yeah, that's one thing for sure. If you are my friend and you're expecting presents from me, you will never get any good presents from me. You'll probably get a toilet roll from me, and that's the best thing I can give it to you. I know crap about. I don't know anything about presents. Don't ask me for presents. If I can give some suggestions I can give some suggestions to presents. I can never give you good answers for presents. I can give you practical ideas about presents, but not good ones. Still, toilet roll for example. It's good for you. You will use it at some point, but you will hate me for it, right? So I can't do that. That's for sure. What else am I bad at? I'm actually bad at a lot of stuff, and that's why you see very bad Apex games from me. I would probably say I'm not a master of anything. I'm just good at some of the things. I'm good with some of my hands. Like I'm good with my hands. That's why I would think that on a research point of view, I'm actually good at some of the experiments. You throw me some experimental design I need to do. I need to do this experiment which I've never done it before, or maybe I need to do this technique. I'll read up a lot about it. As long as it's something related to bio, I probably can do it. If you ask me to do something else, I probably have to read up a little bit more and a little bit less confident of getting it to be done. But I'll do it, and I'll be probably able to do it. I'm quite confident about it. But if you know ask me about anything else, playing games, I used to be better. I'm really good at playing games previously. I do not know, but now not so much. I think it's just that you are less focused. You're not really looking at something. You don't feel that you're gonna get anything out from it. You need to practice a lot of hours. You don't have the hours to go and clock in. You're tired most of the time. You're losing concentration. You know, I'm making a lot of excuses, but that's how it is. You get ex. So to which, right, Apex Legends, and I'm actually digressing again. Apex Legends was the point where I decided to keep on using this in-game name. I was first using it in secondary school in Sec 2, but then after that, a while later, I decided not to use it. I didn't decide to do anything else. Like I didn't. It was just random names from here and there. At some point when I started playing Apex again, right? Sorry, I rephrased myself. When I first started playing Apex at like season 2, right? That's I think about 2 years ago. About 2 years ago, I think. Um, it then I was hovering over several names, several nicks, and I really do not know what to use. And at some point, that okay, fine. I don't want to make it so complicated. And there was this guy, this content creator, right? His name is Quake V4 or something like that. I think he may be still around, but I just do not know what he is right now. He used to play Apex Legends for a while, and he was really good. Um, and I felt that he was just fixing the name Quick in several of his other game in-game names, in other games, sorry. And I decided, okay, yeah, maybe I should just go back to square one. Just use this, Silzat and that Silzat. I don't know how you want to pronounce it. You can call me Seals, and fine. And the only reason why I use this word Silzat is because, firstly, I was just thinking of seal. It's really random. It's completely random. I was just thinking about the SEALs, the Army SEALs, yeah, the American Army SEALs, and then after that, the Zard, right, was actually a bit of an add-on, right, to signify something that is more medieval. I would say I'm completely off the target here, but the point is that it's supposed to sound a little bit more medieval, like, and I place the Zard there, so that's why it's like Seal Zard. But then it feels, I don't think anybody would want to use this. I don't think I will have any problems if I were to create any names for it. So this was it. It was stuck with me. It was stuck with me for a very long time, and I decided to just use it. But then I felt that, after a while it becomes a bit monotonous. I think I need to really change. I can still use maybe the general idea of this in-game name, but I probably want to have to change some patterns of how it should be phrased. Maybe I put like some sort of like a bracket in the side. Maybe I need to put some sort of I'm not gonna use the it's. Okay, a lot of people out there would like to use the word it's, because like TimmyZ was actually using it for a while, and then it was like it's TimmyZ, and then a lot of people started to use that particular phrasing, but I'm not gonna use it. I was thinking about it once at some point, but it's like if I'm gonna put that, it's almost as if like I'm trying to put myself on the same level as TimmyZ. I'm sorry, I can't. He's really a strong player. But I really don't like when he was I don't like pro players. As in, let me phrase myself. Pros are pros, but I don't like players, whether is it pro or not, right, to use tap strafing. That's all I'm saying. Tap strafing is really professional. Like you really test your skills, but seriously speaking, it's like it's just giving you an edge, and it's no different from me having to hide in some sort of a advantageous place, right, to snipe at you, for example. You wouldn't like it, right? And it's the same thing for tap strafing, sorry. It's really great that you are able to use it to your advantage, but apparently some players, for example, you're gonna play pub and you're gonna use that, and then it's like, oh my god, how much does it get you? How much does it get you on the fairground? Not knowing that you're already a pro or near pro. For some of the players out there who may not go for competitions, but they are really pro players, semi-pro players, and then they are also doing tap strafing. It's like, even wall jumping is actually quite a hard. They say it's easy, but I've been trying for a while, and I don't get it successfully done 100% of the time. I'm still trying to figure out how to do it. But it's just me. I don't have like a trainer tell me, oh yeah, you should be doing it, you should be doing this, you should be doing it. It's a bit hard. But my point is that, all these things, although I do not know, I don't think it's exactly exploiting as per se, because I don't know whether it's a bug. If the devs have been like have been seeing this for so long, but they have never done anything. But if they are able to do this, right, or rather to restrict it in the competitions like ALGS, then why don't they also restrict it in the pubs? That's my point. Unless they're just saying, if verbally, if you're gonna use it over here in the ALGS and we see you doing it, you're out. Then of course there's no virtual way of having to restrict. Then I can understand. They try to to block it off in the tap strafing in virtually, but apparently some people are still able to do it. So I don't know, maybe I've been subconsciously doing tap strafing. I really have no idea. The way that I see some of them actually do tap strafing is really like 360, like 180 degrees, for example, or some of them like can go like 90 degrees easily right now, even right now, or even at least close to 90 degrees, but the direction of change, right, is very obvious. Like I can't really do it. I don't even know whether sometimes I'm doing it, for all I know. I guess if you watch my videos and you happen to see it, please leave in the on the comment and let me know at what point have I done it, so I can kind of look back and study my movements again. Please let me know. Okay, I mean, what else am I going to say? I noticed I've been like saying quite a lot of things right now, but I don't know when to stop. Should I stop now? I think I should stop. I probably won't do any. Yeah, it's about 12:20 in the morning. I don't think I'll be doing any streamings for games at the moment. I'm sorry. I think I'll just take this time just to go and explain myself. That you know what I've been through. I got COVID, and then I got a bit sick at some point. I'm trying to get back to exercising more vigorously. It's been very tiring. I don't have motivations. There's a lot more things going around in my lab, in my workplace, and I don't have the motivations to do so. There's a lot more expectations, and I'm still trying to wrap my head around it. Trying to get myself get it to sink in. You see, it's really hard to fathom the idea that you are like being told you need to do this, do this, do this, do this, but then you only have so much time to go and do it, and then don't even know whether you're actually able to do it, because if you do it, if you say that you are entitled to do it, you're kind of right to some degree, but then if you tell like you need a break, you need a break, but then at the same time if you take a break, then you're not really moving forward at some point. I mean, it's really, maybe I'm just overthinking some things. Maybe you just have to take it simply. You know, if I can do it, I'll do it. If I cannot do it, you can't do it, right? You can't do it. Anyway, guys, I just want to let you know. Thanks for watching, and I know it's been really a long while for me not streaming and uploading any other content. I would try my best to be as active as I can. I'm also wanting to spend a little bit of effort to I want to try and find a way, right, to kind of like link this and put it into Instagram or something like that, so that everything that I put in social media could be linked all together at some point. Okay, so, let's see how it goes, and I really hope that I'll be able to see you next time, see more people wanting to go to capture me in my games, and I really hope to see you next time. Take care, and look out for the COVID. Thanks, and see you. Bye bye.